When I think of Monica Abbott and her legacy in softball, I think of someone who was extremely determined, who knew what she wanted from the day she got here, who really worked hard to be a trailblazer and to be somebody that young girls could look up to as a role model.
What do I think of when I think of Monica? I think of an amazing human being first. A person who was really great, but a person who was humble also.
When I think of Monica Abbott, I definitely think of a legacy, but I also think of a friend, and I think of a great leader, always with respect, always with a lot of confidence. Someone who never let any opponent or challenge stand in her way.
When we first got her was 2004, when we hadn't built much of a legacy yet. But one thing that came through loud and clear was she didn't want to go to a school that was already established. She wanted to go to a school that was establishing. She wanted to be the person who really helped them over the hump, and she was.
Monica could go out there and throw day after day after day, but Monica also had this really unique ability to understand what she needed to do as an individual. So individual ownership of taking the team from the circle, taking them where we wanted to go.
There were not, and still aren't, many 6'3" left-handed pitchers. And at the time, throwing 70 was just unheard of. And so to have this very tall pitcher striding out towards you, I think it was honestly terrifying for hitters because batters felt like they were just another strikeout. And so it gave her this complete advantage.
You say Monica, everybody knows who you're talking about. She's just been an ambassador for this sport. TV wasn't on television back in those days. Maybe you got one game a year. But Monica brought fast pitch softball to the front.
She may be leaving the field in terms of we're not going to get to see her pitch, but the impact Monica has had on softball and the impact she will continue to make is immeasurable.
She has taken being a pitcher to the next level. I think of all the little girls that realized what they could do, what they could become because of the milestones that she set.
When you keep learning, you keep living. That's what a coach wants for all their student athletes, to understand that you never arrive. You know, life is a journey. It's something to be enjoyed. It's something to, you continually want to just become a better version of yourself. And I've seen that in Monica over the years, and it just makes me so happy.
Monica, you mean the world to me as a coach, but even more so as a person. Sometimes people who have your talent act different and try to separate themselves, but you always stayed and signed every autograph. You always were good to your teammates. You're just a special human being. God made you a softball player and a leader.